Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of Love After Lockup, Season 2, Episode 47. I just woke up, so I'm just a horrible person. I need to get my sleeping schedule together. I need to get my life together. But I'm going to get my life together, so don't worry about that. But we're going to worry about my sleeping schedule. Um, I ain't got on no eyebrows. I want to do my hair. I got a lot of stuff that I want to do. And I am going to do my podcast today. So, sometime after this video, my podcast will be going up. So, yay. Okay, so we see Daniel. He finally comes out. Oh, and I haven't put anything new on my website. I made this new necklace and I haven't put it on my website. I made some pretty clip-on earrings and I haven't put it on my website. So, anyway, we see Daniel. He finally comes out and they hug each other. Lizzie says he is goofy looking, but he's adorable. I don't. Anyway, she says that she wants them to engage in the sexualness tonight, but she does not like his face tattoos. She absolutely hates them. That's what she says. She hates them deep. Um, he says that it's going to take him a minute to get acclimated with life and everything because he was so focused on being in there for life. And I said, nigga, did you have life in prison? He like, that's the mentality that people have. But I'm like, if you weren't scheduled to have life in prison, then why are you talking about it? Like, anyway, I don't care. Then they get in the car. His mother is driving. What's his mama name? Teresa. She driving. He getting on my nerves talking about, ooh, oh, ooh, oh. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh, it feels so weird. Oh, you going so fast. Nigga, you wanna go back to the jail? Huh? You wanna go back to the jail? Is that where you wanna go? Shut up. Um, Lizzie says that she has something that she needs to tell, or a few things she needs to tell Daniel, and she hopes that he will accept her. I'm so sick of these GD secrets. I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of them. I'm sick of them. Anyway, that's the end. It was probably like a 5-minute segment. So that's cool. So we see Andrea and Lamondre, who I call Drea and Dre. Okay. Drea is going to go talk to Junior. Drea is going to go talk to Junior Boy, who was locked up with Dre. She says she needs to ask him why Dre be acting so tough. I know my eyebrows aren't done right now, okay? And I really don't want to say nothing about this lady's eyebrows, but please tell me I was not the only one who seen that her eyebrow was really long. Her eyebrow was really long. Really long. That's all I'm saying. It was a really long eyebrow. Anyway, Junior Boy says that he feels frustrated because he's behind bars, but Junior Boy feels like he got Drake got his head on straight, and underneath the vibrato, you know what vibrato is? I, Maybe I just know vibrato in a musical term because I was like, what? Underneath the vibrato, he's still going to make good decisions. So Drake calls and I'm surprised he didn't get mad that Drea was in the studio with Junior Boy, but he's like, "Oh, what's up? I want to tell Drea I'm sorry." He said, "We got to be on the same team with one another." Um, Apparently, Drea gets flowers every week on the dot. No, no, she's well taken care of. She sees her life with Dre being going places, going to Jamaica one day, Peru one day. And I said, Can he travel? And can you travel? Because are y'all able to have passports? That's all I'm saying. Okay, so excuse me. Um, they may butt heads, but they love each other, so much. And she sees them just bossing up together. Okay, so we see Drea. She is going wedding dress shopping. One thing that got on my nerves, and I know that this is the littlest thing, and I know it, but she came in and the lady was like, "What kind of dress do you want?" She said, "I want something tight. I want something form fitting." And in every other instance, I've seen the dress lady, we're gonna call her dress lady, go and say, "Oh, okay, well, you'll like this, you'll like this." This bitch sat up here and said, "Okay, well, just look around and tell me what you want." I don't know, it kind of touched me in a way that made me angry. It made me angry. I'm like, you see three niggas walk in here, and now you talking about just look around. I don't know. But anyway, I said what I said. Anyway, so her one of her sisters is there and her friend is there. She invited all of her sisters and her mother, but they may not come dress shopping because she kept her relationship with Dre a secret for so long. She hopes that they'll be able to give Dre a chance and to grow to love him like she does. When she's in there trying on her dress, I don't know why her hair at the top was red and then the hair at the bottom was blonde. Is like, that's not your hair, so it's not growing from the root. So I'm very confused as to what's going on. um when she's in there trying on the dress, her sister is like, she doesn't know Dre, just the stuff that she heard in the streets, but she'll be there for her regardless. Her mother comes in and she like, look, we need to talk. Sit your ass down because we need to talk. You sure you won't be with this man? You sure it's the man you want? Drea says yes. Her mother says, well, if he ain't walking it like he talking it, then let that nigga go. I mean, it's good advice. But her mama was like, you know what? Whatever. If she grown, she gonna make her own decisions and we gonna be there regardless. Let's talk about Cheryl and Josh. They on their way to go have sex in the woods like Caitlyn and Matt. And you know how that turned out. She says he's godly gorgeous. And she doesn't know if she's good enough for this godly gorgeous man. Anyway, Josh says he usually likes women with more meat on their bones, but she's a good kisser or something he said. I can't remember. Um, he then calls his mother, and Cheryl or Carol, if you watch Archer, and his mother don't have a good relationship. I don't know why they butt heads or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, but according to Josh, they don't have to be best friends. They just have to be cordial since they both love him. Um, then they go to his parole officer to see what his stipulations will be, and he finally comes out after 2.5 hours, and he says, "I have good news and bad news." She said, "Give me the bad news first." The bad news is that he got to wear an ankle monitor. He has to parole to his mother's house, and he has a curfew of 8 o'clock. So she knows she's not gonna be seeing him in the hotel. She knows that she's not gonna be staying over at his mama's house. So that makes her angry. But she said, "What's the good news?" He said, "The good news is my parole officer seems kind of cool." That's not really good news for me, but whatever. Um, Josh says that he's just gonna, go to his mama and say, "This is my woman and she's staying with me." And Cheryl or Carol doesn't think that that's gonna be the best solution, but she gonna let Josh do what it do and see if it pans out. Okay, so that's the end of their story. That was very quick. Um, oh, Vincent and Amber. Vincent and Amber still feel a little bit awkward with one another, but I guess it's starting to feel a little bit better. Um, Vincent says it's been a very surreal experience, so, but whatever. They go shopping, and Vincent has no problem buying her the stuff that she needs. Um, then I know that this has to be manufactured TV drama because she walk up to the man. He like, hey, what's up? What you need? What's going on? What do you need? She says, okay, well, I just got out of prison. I just met my fiance yesterday. What? What are you talking about? Who says that? Anyway, and I need some clothes. Um, so she trying on clothes. She says that the girliness isn't really her style, but she don't really have any clothes, so she's just gonna take what she can have. She's trying on clothes. She tried on this outfit, although her bra was showing, and I'm like, can you? I want to do she wear makeup. She don't really strike me as a person who to wear makeup, but I think she looked really pretty. She put on some makeup and had her hair in curls because she pretty. Um, Vincent then says while she in the dressing room, pick out some workout gear so we can work out. And then she like, I don't really think so. And he's like, well, you let me into your life, meeting your family. I want to let you into my life, and working out is a part of that. Then she says in her confessional that she is annoyed that he would say that because they talked about working out when she was in prison, and she said that it wasn't something that interested, sorry, interested her, and she don't like that he just saying, well, just go get some clothes instead of asking her if she wanted to do it. And then they like get into an argument or whatever, I guess, because she's like, I don't want to work out with you. And he's like, oh, I don't want to push you to do anything that's uncomfortable. And she's like, well, you are pushing me to do something that's uncomfortable. And Vincent says in his confessional that this is our first argument, but it doesn't matter because I love her. And Amber said earlier that Vincent was this sweet guy. And I said, how can he be sweet with eyes like that? Like, he got crazy eyes, and oh, hello, I'm right here. And another person who has crazy eyes is Shane, Lacey's man. But that's the end of their story. And moving right along to Lacey and Shane, they go out to breakfast. And Lacey feels so good looking into his eyes. He says that being with her makes time stop. Y'all, anyway. Lacey really likes him, but he got them crazy ass eyes. Like he looks like he was in jail for malicious wounding. He does. I'm sorry. He cute and all, but he looked like, I just, anyway. He says when he first met her, he thought that she was a catfish. So he asks her, why doesn't she have a boyfriend? She says, well, she recently got divorced from her ex-husband. And, he was really controlling and everything. And I'm like, is that story true? Because if that story and the divorce just got finalized, because I'm like, if that story is true and you hopping in bed, well, not in bed, but you hopping right back into the marriage saddle, girl, you need to stop. Anyway, Shane says, "Oh, I'm sorry that your ex-husband was controlling. I'd never do that to you. I'd never do anything to hurt you." Um, Lacey says that she can see them developing a stronger relationship. And then we see this little scene of him going to this store, telling the man that he just got out of prison. They get a suit, right? They go into the dressing room, and I guess they like fooling around. The man hears them. He knocking on the door. He like, hell no, y'all ain't gonna do this shit in my store. Kicks them out of the store. And I've never any that man was not playing. Okay. He was first of all a little scared when the man said he got out of prison. He was like, oh, that's great. Then they was in there and he had people in the store and he said, y'all done in here? Cause get the fuck up out my store. We ain't gonna do all that. And I don't even think they bought nothing. Oh, they weren't allowed to buy anything. He told them to get your shit and get out. So next we see they are in the hotel room. She gets adjoining rooms and she's like, she don't want to have sex tonight or whatever. But she gets into bed with her underwear and she like get on top of him and she like, telling him I guess she want him to work for it. And then she goes back to her room and locks the door and that's it. She said, oh, she don't want to hurt John. Well, girl, I think John is a little bit hurt. John, I don't think John even called your ass back. So John is a little bit hurt. Lastly, but not leastly, Angela and damn Tony, shit. Angela goes to visit her friend, Tommy. And she expresses how Tommy wants to give her Tony wants to give her respect the first time they have intercourse. Her friend Tommy has always been suspicious of Tony from the beginning. Angela says that it's very fun hanging out with him, hanging out with Tony. And Tommy is like, "Oh, is that what love is? Is it fun?" And she said, "Well, I call it love." So Tommy tells her that you can walk away if if you feel like somebody is trying to use you. And I feel like Angela don't care. In Like, Angela reminds me of early Ashley from 90 Day Fiance when she said Jesus could come down and tell her that Jay was cheating on her and she wouldn't accept it. And Jesus said, "I got one better for you, okay? Okay?" Anyway, uh, Angela is like, you live and you learn. I don't really care. And I'm like, girl, I think you should care. But whatever. Don't care. Don't care. Um, she she says that Tony is not perfect, but she accepts Tony the way she is, and so should her friends. So Tommy is in the car, and Tommy is like, I don't want to lose Angela. And I was very confused. I don't know. Was this manufactured TV drama? Okay, was it? Because then Angela is doing her little, sit down, and Tommy comes in, and she like, "Tommy, you can't be in here while I'm doing this shit. Wait outside." And he like, "Well, I just gotta tell you something." And she like, "What?" He then says, "Look, they've been knowing each other since grad school." I'm like, "You went to grad school? What do you do?" Anyway, they've been knowing each other since grad school, but back then grad school was probably $200 flat, Y'all motherfuckers ruined the economy. Anyway, knowing this man since grad school, he then says, "You know what? You know me. I know you. We share a lot of the same interests. How about how about you and I get married?" And she says, "What?" He says, companionship, and we've been knowing each other for a long time. And she said, "You know what, Tommy, I appreciate our friendship. I really do. But I love Tony, number one. And number two, I don't see us engaging in any sexualness." She said she ain't never kissed that man. She ain't never done nothing with that man. And I'm like, boy, you should have asked her this in grad school. Like, what you talking about? You could have had a whole different life. And so he just, I guess, accepts it. And that's how their story ends. That's how the show, well, that's not how the show ends, but that's how they scene in. And I'm just like, is this manufactured TV drama? Did this man really come in here? Because he kept saying, "I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you." And she said, how are you gonna lose me? Like, I'm not about to disappear. But I guess he meant he don't want her to be in a relationship. Y'all, I don't know. But I was Anyway, I'm done. If y'all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Everything else you need to know about me will be down below. My name is Brielle. I make beats. I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Bye.